Okay, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Chargers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the second time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns. And that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25. And 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. Allen now on first down. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Five wide. Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Danny. Check. Hey, wahoo. Watch the curl. Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
From midfield, here's Allen. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That's another Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A nice gain of 21 yards.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Throwing now is Allen. His throw caught, right around the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll still have a third and goal now, despite picking up 13 yards on that pass play. They've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a third and goal. So on third and goal, Gordon And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
1st down, Packers.
Green 18. It's outside. It's outside, guys. It's outside. Jim.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 24. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
49 the mic, Mark 49. Man, I got you. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Inside. Check three. Bravo. 49 the mic.
Now Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from up in Seattle. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Hey, 626.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Melvin Ingram make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me,
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back at him. They get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that
really
one.
good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Check. 180. Check. 42's the mark. 56. 56. Mike 42. Mike 42. I'm here all day. What's that?
Throwing on second and long. Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Allen. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Allen going to come to the line here, first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Left side here to Sanders. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 35-yard line.
Check 93. I got it. I got it. Tight left.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10.
Coming after you.
Taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen, that's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Check it in. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And goal at the Packers' 6-yard line.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
What's the run? What's the run? Motion, 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 motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands up. Motion man.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
Brandon, would you say they went from agony to elation in just a few quick seconds on that play?
Probably thought they were about to give it up in the red zone and then touchdown.
Yeah, there is absolutely no way that they drew it up and said this is the way it's supposed to be done. It just happened.
But the end will justify the means. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
All 52. 52's the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. It's our time. It's our time. 52's the mic right here, over there, right?
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Mike, 319. Here we go, here we go. Single, single. Hey, 17 George, watch that. Quit talking about it.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Badgley's kick is good. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw, it's Rodgers. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Box it, box it, box it, box it.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's got room. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 46. From the gun, it's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
Let's keep this. Seal this game.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now? They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Under 10. Chance. Hey, take 26.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And Adams has it complete. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Switch up.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
50. Hey, you block over here. You think you want get right. Switch. Out. Inside. Number 50. Check three. Watch safety creeping.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 29-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
49 to Mike. Watch 49. Here we go.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. The kick by Crosby is good. And that's going to tie us at 13. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch time. Tight end right. Tight end right. Everyone got 4 down. Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Done.
On play action, Allen. Dancing to his left. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Check. Hey, hey, hey.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. The Sanders has got it complete. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. 13 all our score as we start quarter number 4. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Allen now on the option right. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this.
Set, cut, 15 on it, 15 on it. Keep it up, pick it up, keep. Mike 42.
A first throw here for the backup Taylor. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Taylor. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's caught. Jones. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
Over. Screen. Got the screen.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's caught outright by Graham. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
On first down, Jones. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 42.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion.
Watch the shift. Check. Lucky. Side.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the pass.
Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Check 4. Get 300. 52. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On play action, Rodgers. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Now Jones. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
One man in the backfield, that's Jones. One back in the game, that's Jones, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. They'll try and run it in with Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And Crosby puts it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike 42, Mike 42. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense. Hey, Mike's 42, Mike's 42.
Throwing now is Taylor. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.